Can we just take a moment to look at the shirt? Dramatic. That is what I am. A little bit of pigment.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, it looks like a camera.
Yeah, just a camera.
No.
What is up, you guys? My name is Carly and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I posted. Besides my podcast I posted, which, by the way, check out my channel. I posted my first ever podcast episode. I will be posting a podcast every Sunday, so look out for that. But I'm really trying to get on my YouTube grind. I've been really good with like Instagram Reels, but I want to get my YouTube grind. So I'm starting, of course I'm starting it in the middle of the year. Yeah, I need to push myself to post. I'm an awkward bitch. Like, I'm weird and I'm awkward, so I get embarrassed sometimes. But I can't be afraid to show who I am. And that's just who I am. A little weirdo. I kind of look like crap. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Today I'm going to be doing a back to school makeup guide for beginners. Back to school makeup beginner's guide. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more of me. If not, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, let's go. One thing I really want to like emphasize is drugstore makeup, because especially if you're just starting out, I know there's all those Sephora kids. If you can afford it, you can afford it. If you want high-end, that is okay. But for starting out, I think it's better to start with a cheaper option. And drugstore has such good products. I'm a stan for e.l.f. I love promoting e.l.f., NYX, Essence, all of them really. But e.l.f. I feel like is probably on the cheapest side, with Essence too, but they're all very affordable. Most of the products are either e.l.f. or NYX. So one thing I would say, if you are going to wear a little bit of makeup, is to prime. If you're a sweater like me, because I definitely would sweat during the school days. So you can prime if you want, you don't have to. Makeup is, there's no rules to makeup. There really isn't. Makeup is creative, freedom, do whatever you will. So don't be embarrassed to try something new. I'm gonna prime. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Rub it in with my fingers and then just rub it as if it's like a moisturizer. Just rub it into your skin. I'm breaking out right now. I haven't got my period in 9 months and I finally got it, and it's catching up. It's so bad. It's catching up for those 9 months and I'm breaking out. You can see this is a very sticky primer, which is what you want to keep your makeup lasting all day. You can either do two things. There's e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is like a light, it's not like a skin tint, but it like evens out your skin tone. So if you have a little bit of redness that you want to even out, you can do that. Or if you don't want foundation, but you want some type of like glowing coverage. It doesn't provide a lot of coverage, but I like to add it. I think it evens out your skin. But if you don't, that is totally fine. You can use just a concealer, and if you have a breakout, you can cover up your pimple. The e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the hydrating one, is one of my faves. I'm gonna do with the Halo Glow just in case, but this is 100% a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And I have the Charlotte Tilbury one. They're so similar. I like using a sponge. I think a sponge is super easy to use. I'm using the Painted by James Charles sponge. Honestly, you could just rub this in with your fingers. I'm rubbing it with my fingers so I can show you. It's like, it's not a skin tint. I'm like blanking out. I don't know what I could call it. But it just makes your skin look so glowy and I love it. and it's not too heavy. It's very light on your skin. I have a couple favorite concealers. Obviously the Camo Concealer. I love the NYX Bear With Me. I'm just gonna... Also, just a warning, not a warning, a disclaimer, you don't need makeup. You are all already gorgeous as you are. I just think, like, for me, I love to play around with makeup when I was in high school and even in middle school. I loved to play around with it. So that's why I'm showing you guys. But you don't need makeup. You're gorgeous without it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But yeah, I just wanted to disclaimer that. And acne, don't be afraid to have acne. I'm covering it up because that's just who I am. But do not be afraid to love your natural self. Do not be afraid. You're all gorgeous. But I'm a girly who loves makeup, so I'm gonna let that sit on my pimples for a second. Use the e.l.f. and I'm just gonna put one dot underneath my eyes for all those sleepless nights of studying that I did not do when I was in high school. Underneath your eye, can you see? One little dot there and one little dot there. That's all you really need. And then I'm gonna blend that in with my sponge. I think a sponge is the easiest tool to use. A brush is a little bit harder, at least for me. I'm also gonna go ahead and blend in where I touched up my breakouts. You can still see through your skin and still see your natural features. I'll do one side with cream products, one side with powder products. But for the cream products, both of these sticks are from Colourpop. I believe these were $9 each. You can take just a tiny bit. And you don't have to do this either. I like to do this because it warms up my face because I'm a little pale girly. So it's a nice warmth. You could even blend this with your fingers. I blend my cream products when I'm trying to get ready really fast with my fingers sometimes. And honestly, you don't need a sponge. All of this you could use with your fingers. It's just a little bit easier. And they do have really affordable sponge options. This one is only $10. e.l.f. has a bunch of them that are cheaper. It's just like a nice little bronzy moment. So if you are using powder products, you can go ahead and set your under eyes so they don't crease. Now I'm going to go with the NYX blush stick. And I have blush blindness. I admit I'm guilty. I have blush blindness. So try to go light on the blush. It's such a pretty color. I like to blend it up a little bit. It gives like a little sun kiss. Again, let me check. Let me put my eyes on. My rush. I think it's so pretty. It's very light, so it's not too in your face. You did have a powder product. You could put powder over the cream, but I'm trying to go for lightweight. My favorite powder of all time, Maybelline Fit Me. Love it. I'm just gonna tap a little bit right underneath my eyes. Dollar Store has really good brushes too. And I'm just gonna wipe and pat. Now I'm gonna go in with the powder side using my favorite NYX. These are the Buttermelt bronzer and blush. I'm gonna use the bronzer one first. The bronzer does have a little bit of a glow, I will say. I realize that, and so does the blush, but it's like a soft glow. But it's such a pretty color. You can't see it on camera, but it's very subtle. They're so creamy. You can kind of see the hue. This is the pinky. This is Butta together. But yeah, right up my alley. I love a good pink blush. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit. And you can feel around and kind of just go with your natural cheekbone. I've kind of just YOLO'd it my whole life. It's so pretty. I love it. Oh my god. Ugh, I love this blush so much. Again, I'm going upwards. They look about the same, but you can kind of see this one has like a little more like natural glow finish. This one's a little more matte. Now I'm gonna go into eyebrows. You just need an eyebrow gel. You can use a clear one. This is the NYX tinted one, but you don't need to fill it in with a stick unless you want to. But I think for beginners the easiest is just a little brow gel. So brushing backwards so I can coat all the hairs, and then I'm brushing up. So you get like that nice natural feathered look. Fun fact, I've never got my eyebrows done. I'm like scared to get them done. If I can find a photo of what my eyebrows used to look like, I plucked them off. Like they were like half of this. It was so bad when I was in middle school. But now I've learned my lesson. Kind of. Because I was plucking them yesterday and I was going a little heavy. So I don't know if I learned my lesson yet. That's my eyebrows. Very simple. For eyes, if you want to add a little dimension, you can take your bronzer, cream or powder, and just put it a little bit on your lid. So I'll do the powder one here, a little something, and then the cream one, same thing. I just take my finger and add it. I'm very messy when it comes to everyday makeup. I'm very messy with it. You don't need to curl your lashes. I curl my lashes because they're a little straight. Again, dollar store. I got this at the dollar store. If you're actually, you know what? If you're a beginner, you don't need to curl your lashes. Because this thing is scary. This took me like 3 years to actually use it. But if you know how to each their own. I'm just lightly curling them. Again, for school and everyday makeup for me, I don't like to go too heavy on my mascara. I like to go a little more light. Today I'm using the Lash Without Limits from Essence. This, so good. I love this stuff. And if you like a heavier lash, that's totally fine. I do that sometimes too. But just a little light coating. That's all you need. I'm gonna curl the other side real quick. I don't know if you can really tell, but this eye has less eyelashes because when I was younger, I had really bad, I still have really bad anxiety. Let me zoom you out. I still have really bad anxiety, but I used to pull out my eyelashes. Same with my hair. I just pull it out. So, school is stressful, but I think once you find a good group of friends in school and you click well with them, they can make it an amazing experience. And I think one thing to remember is to not stress, which I know is hard, especially these days. But you can't worry about the what ifs. Especially in high school, these are years that you're going to remember for a long time, that you're going to tell your kids, like, oh, back in the day in high school. Live your life. Do not worry. That is what I did. I stressed and worried about what other people thought, and I now regret it that I didn't get to experience the whole high school experience because I was too shy. I was too worried about people making fun of me. So that's like one piece of advice I could give you is don't worry about the what ifs. People are going to be mean, but people are going to love you because you're being yourself. And I think if you if you stay true to yourself, that's all that matters. For lips, let me put my eyes back on. Want a little bit of a tint on your lips? I really like these NYX little click stick things. Also, the Saltaire, the lip balms, the tinted lip balms, those are really good too. Those have a really good tint to them. And I think those are $10. But I love a gloss. Especially when you have small lips, I feel like a gloss like makes them look more juicy. Hello? The elf. But yeah, this is the finished look. I got this side has the cream and this side has the powder. It just depends on what you like. This to me has a little more glow to it, the powder. So it really just depends on if you're a powder or cream girly. I hope this helped you guys. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love filming this type of content, so I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
If you a bad bitch, put your hands up high.